All right, now to a live look in Galveston from our partners at Saltwater Recon. Some people were braving the hot sand earlier tonight. Galveston was the place to be, but even if you get in the water, those water temperatures still very hot.
Yeah, honestly, the place to be, a museum,
Air
a
conditioning,
movie theater, yeah.
Studio.
A studio, anything with air conditioning. And we got plenty of cooling centers open downtown as well. Those are going to be open again as we get into tomorrow because the heat's not going anywhere, even at 10:18 at night. It's 89 degrees in Jersey Village and all day, 91 at Bush, 88 at Hobby. You know, even out by the bay, Seabrook at 85, LaPorte 87, 86 in Baytown, 87 in Katy. These are the actual air temperatures. Throw in the humidity. Remember, the sun's down, so this is just the humidity and the air temperature. It feels like it's 102 degrees right now north of downtown up at Bush. Feels like 96 in downtown right now. Feels like 98 in Cypress, 96 at Hobby, and the low 90s out towards the bay. So it's just hot outside still. Even at this hour, upper 80s to low 90s. We've still got mid 90s up towards Brenham, College Station, Huntsville. You're at 95 right now. Mont Bellevue coming in with one of the coolest numbers at 82. But you throw in the humidity, it feels like 104 in Tomball. These are the current feels like temperatures. These were not the numbers that we saw this afternoon. This is where we're sitting right now after 10 o'clock at night. And it is going to be even worse as we get into the day tomorrow. So here's the forecast through the overnight hours. The numbers don't really drop that much. We'll be in the upper 70s if you're lucky in some of the outer suburbs, but low to mid 80s elsewhere, and it's going to feel more like 85 to 95 degrees all the way through morning. So this is where the numbers stacked up today. Again, we didn't break or even tie records. We were just shy of them. In fact, 1 degree shy of over a 100-year-old record at College Station at 106, 101 Bush, and 100 for Hobby. 100-degree days are not very common for us here in Southeast Texas. We get close very often, but we only average 3 100-degree days per year. The most we ever saw was back in 2011 with 46. But this year so far we're up to 8, which doesn't sound like a big number, but you know, it's only the beginning of July. So we still have quite a bit of time to go before we start to see any cooling happen here across Southeast Texas. So far we've had 57 90-plus degree days, 34 to 95-plus degree days, and again, those 800-degree days so far this season. So we're really seeing some impressive numbers, and we will see more as we get into the day on Sunday. These are the forecast high temperatures for Galveston, Houston, and Huntsville. The reason I picked these three areas because you can see it gets progressively hotter the farther away you get from the water, and that's why we have those excessive heat warnings here in the pink. When you get away from the influence of the water, temperatures will be above 105. Feels like numbers, though, for everyone between 108 and 114, and we're going to stay in the extreme danger zone for Sunday and for Monday. We get a slight break then as we get into the middle of the week, but really nothing to write home about. Satellite and radar is clear right now. As we look at the wider shot, you can see there is a frontal system up to the north. That could bring us an isolated shower or storm tomorrow. Otherwise, though, it's hot and stuffy for the overnight. Again, a spotty storm chance tomorrow, but I think the better chances over the next few days will stay out towards the east, and we're going to talk more about that ahead in the next half hour. That's the only rain chance that we'll be seeing, maybe about a 20 or 30% chance. So again, we'll talk more about that, but the big story in the near term continues to be the extreme heat.